Filling the hard drives. Greetings and welcome to Die presents the Titans Gift Campaign, Season 2, Episode 29. I am your DM and host, Marty, joined by the Seattle crew. Let me make your microphones hot like pizza out of the oven. There we go.
Hot like Seattle yesterday.
Hot like Seattle on Saturday, too, wasn't it?
Weekend.
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
Uncomfortable.
It was very brutal, man.
California is sitting here at like 110.
Oh, it was unnatural. I knew it was coming
like
too.
a you problem, man.
You all have air conditioning, but we have electricity, so it's
Yeah.
Wrecked.
Yep. How is everyone doing? It's been a few weeks. Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Woo! Living the fundemic life, Marty.
Living the what?
The fundemic life.
Fundemic life, yeah.
Enjoying looking at pictures that Luke is no longer posting on Facebook.
Hey,
Are you no longer hiking or something?
I'm going to be getting out here at the end of August for my birthday, taking a week off of work. We're going to do a circle around the Olympic Peninsula. So I will have some from the woods and from the coast for you, buddy.
Nice, buddy.
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
You gonna go commune with nature, level up that
Yes.
ranger score? Okay.
Oh yeah, we got a backpacking trip. I've been working on upgrading the gear so that Saris and I have like joint gear, like sleeping pad and sleeping quilt. So it will be, I think, a little more enjoyable that way. So I'm looking forward to testing it out. We're doing the OZ Triangle on the coast. So
should be steep.
There's a show I've been watching that makes me think of Luke and how he does camping. It's called Alone, where they go out into some horrible wilderness area and try to like outlast the other contestants.
it's just a vacation, you know.
Yeah, it's like a Luke vacation.
Yeah.
60 days in the tundra or something like that.
Good. That sounds good, man. That sounds
But
good.
what's awesome about it, like one of my friends took his kids out to Gold Bar in like Barkley over the weekend. They were just camping there, sleeping next to the lake in their two-man tents and just having fun, dad and his sons. I think that's awesome, man.
That's quality.
That's what the Pacific Northwest is all about.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking
I
a
would-
week off next week as well. But mine is to raise a little puppy. So we're going to do some bonding after we pick her up on Saturday. Pretty excited about that.
Nice. What kind of dog?
Another Samoyed. This one is actually going to be my dog's sister. She's from the same, not from the same litter, but from the same parents. They had another litter at the end of July, so we're going to go and pick her up.
Same Twitter account or a different Twitter
Beginning
account?
of July. I'll probably rename the Twitter account and
Okay.
just shift it a little bit. It'll probably be Yasha and Miko instead of just Yasha Diamond, so we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
Pretty excited.
That's awesome.
That is exciting. For all you Seattleites out there, we've been getting into Twin Peaks lately. I don't know if you guys.
Never seen it.
Uh,
That was a quick never seen it. I'm not sure if I
So,
believe it.
it's
No, I've literally never seen it.
I found that series, both the old one and the new one, weird for the sake of weird.
Yeah.
Um,
it's weird.
Yeah.
I think there's some of that for sure.
Yep. It's like you can almost picture the boardroom meeting for a particular episode, and people just hucking dartboards at the wall of like weird shit. Yeah. It.
Buttons.
Speaking of weird
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
did anybody watch?
stock trading.
Did anybody watch the season premiere of was it Lovecraft Country?
Yes.
Oh, I heard about it.
I know. I heard good things about it.
Was it? Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Never seen it.
Notice?
I did delve into some of his back catalog where there's one where the horrific monster in it is alcoholism and drug abuse, which was never delved into that side of the catalog before.
I'm going to reserve judgment for the series until I finish the first season. The first episode, there were things I liked and things I didn't like, and it's the first episode, so It's too early to tell.
I didn't know the series existed until now.
It would be hard to live up to Color Out of Space, man. That's the best Lovecraft I've seen.
Wow. Yeah. It's Nicolas Cage going crazy. It's like he got fresh off the set of Mandy, and they went, "Hey, do we have a part for you?" It's a different tone, definitely, a much different tone. It's going to be watched. I will have an opinion a couple months from now.
I'll probably check it out at some point too.
Neil, what's up with you, man? What's going on?
We're good, man. I got a new mic. Hopefully, people can hear me all right, and things aren't too bad.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, things are good. Been walking every single day. Somewhere between a 3 mile walk every single day.
Nice.
When I get a chance, at least, but it's most days. That's pretty cool. Been playing some basketball with my son. I can barely walk again after Saturday. He's been defending. I've been defending against him, and if you're like me and you didn't grow up playing basketball, then it's not natural.
It's not natural. Because cricket's so natural, right?
Yeah, exactly.
With the spanky paddle and whatever.
I played rugby too, so it's not as if moving around is against my. I'm just not as nimble as I used to be in my younger days.
Yep. Yeah. Aren't we all?
How about you? What you up to?
We had kind of like a week hiatus on all of our games, which was kind of nice. Was looking to try to find some property back from whence I came. That didn't work out this time around. Work is work. It's starting to feel like a slog. Like I've only taken 2 days off this year. I'm going to take some time off soon. I'm going to try to coordinate the time off with some of the guys from the Ontario crew so we can play lots of D&D.
Nice.
Because there's really nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Plus, we love doing it, right? But there's really nothing else to do.
I was about to say, you're not selling it, are you?
No, it's
That's a sales pitch. That wasn't.
No. I'm at that point though where I'm pretty much done with all of this hunkering down and isolation and that sort of thing. I'm pretty much over it.
Yeah.
But it is not going to stop. Like the Canadian border keeps on remaining closed. I can't go back and visit family. Not that I would want to visit some of them because they're old and I don't want to be that asset that brings death upon them. Anyways, it's just and for a week, I didn't do much game prep or play much game, but I think I needed the week to just do nothing for a while. And now I'm over it. And I did some prep yesterday for this game and some prep after work before game, and I'm excited.
Woo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Matt, what's up with you, man?
Not much. Still working. The most exciting thing recently was I got some new masks. Yay. It's not that exciting. Next week, though, should be a little more exciting. I'm going to replace the fire pit in the backyard and have a decent fire.
That's cool.
Get me out of the house, even if it's just in the backyard. I'll take it.
I am so looking forward to seeing my barber again. I think it's been 8 months since I've had a haircut or anyone kind of trimmed the beard aside from me, but it's this part of the hair that's driving me crazy right now.
My God. Yeah.
It's so long, it's so warm. And my hair is I'll take it out later. It is at least I have it still. Whoops.
Wow, what are you trying to say?
All right. Okay, why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Last game was called Another Round. It was a different style game. Thurgus awakes in chills and fever of the Blood Veil. He heals himself with prayers to the Blood Bear. San is called back to the halls of somnolence via dream magic by his grandfather. Zephyros starts working on the portable hedge, a device that will blanket a protective aura against evil outsiders. The professor, Pharisee, Macarnon, Buchrabech, and Thurgus go to the Pearl Cantina. the professor makes a grand entrance as Thurgus engages with a dozen plague zombies outside. Thurgus agrees to face Grog, a captured Bloodveil zombie of great strength and ill temperament, in the fighting pits beneath the cantina. Sai takes the party's bets. He also agrees to help find out more about the plague doctors and their activity in the slough. You'll use basically the fight to draw people to the cantina, and then use the crowd to try to figure out, rumors and piece things together. Pharisee and the professor introduce Thurgus to Zalara. Zalara finds a new instrument of her righteous wrath. Thurgus receives visions of the many warrior lives lived by his divine patriarch, the Bloodbear. Pharisee speaks with Polly about the Sinclair family. Polly warns that the professor's grandfather was called the Necromancer. The professor finds out about the Grand Pearl, a powerful device thought to still reside at Maison Chalmers. He also pisses off Master Logrim, who offers a mage duel at the professor's leisure.
I hate that guy.
It's good. I'm glad I can evoke emotions from the players. in context of the game, right?
Wrong way. He's a little jerk. I don't like him.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel?
All right. I think you guys went back to the Ironpine Residence and spent the night there.
Yeah, we were drunk.
That evening... first, I'm going to move you guys into your little respective corners of the Ironpine Residence. So, Zephyros, when you give me a craft... So, I don't know if you know what you were creating in your absence.
Yeah, it was this ring using that device we got from the train.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, basically, you're making a chain link sigil that you could throw down on the ground and put the little brick into to create a hedge, or as part of the casting of your secure shelter, it gets woven into the secure shelter, thus securing the shelter from evil outsiders. This is not a very expensive item to make. Did we already remove the money for this, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. Zephyros, this represents while the party was away. Can you give me a craft check, either armor or weapons, as effectively you're making chain links?
We had at least 1,500 in just miscellaneous crafting materials that were in the forge. I think that's what we were going to put towards it.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, that's a good point.
I just need a craft check from Zephyros. And you could also take 10 if you wanted to. 20? Oh, wow.
31. Not 20.
All right, so you have successfully fast-crafted this thing. You kind of did a bit of hustle, and you actually completed it while the party was away, enjoying themselves and coming back a little bit tipsy from the Pearl Cantina. So you can add that to your character sheet, subtract 1,000 gold pieces of crafting material, and you now have the hedge.
Shall I just call it the hedge?
It's kind of like the hedge chain net or something like that. It could either be a mat, or it could be a canvas. Maybe you could throw it over things. Zephyros has the evil thought of, I wonder what would happen if we wrapped the chains around an outsider. An impromptu net it may become.
That's cool.
Yep. What metal did you make the chains out of?
What was available? What would have been available that would have been fairly, I don't want to say high quality, but at least, be the Tusker that I am.
So,
I want to use something cheap.
It could have been iron. It could have been steel. That's no problem. Wouldn't affect the price. If you made it out of cold iron, which you could have done, that would have increased the cost by 1,000 gold pieces.
I'll cover the 1,000 gold pieces for cold iron. That's
Okay.
pretty good.
Cool.
What are your other options? Because Pixel's not a fan of cold iron. Nah, it's not that bad, but
Do you want another option? We can go for another option.
The other options would have to come from. So you could have traced silver into the metal. That would have increased the cost by 10%. And then, unless you already have adamantine on your sheet, there wasn't any really, or unless you're reworking an old item, there wasn't enough adamantine to go that route.
cold iron, I think, is probably fine.
Okay, I'll cover
Pharisee doesn't mind cold iron.
I've got 4,000 Zollars on my character sheet. I'll subtract 1,000 for the cold iron. And then, what about the rest of the fee? Do we have that covered, Max?
I think it's 1,500 in crafting materials that's listed in gear and treasure.
Okay.
I have
So
to look it
knock
up.
1,000 off that.
Cool. Zephyros, you finished late though. You heard the party returning. They're all
5,000. My mistake.
Marty, I think we've got an issue with the chat in channel. It doesn't appear to be displaying.
Oh, is it? Give me a second. We had this problem. XSplit did an update, but the plugins have not updated yet. So let me find one that works.
Neil, I highlighted the entry that I was thinking about on loot and treasure.
Plug it in, plug it in.
I am in loot and treasure. For some reason, I'm not seeing it.
Oh,
So
those updates take a while to propagate.
Gaming
Let me make sure I sync the notebook. I forced to sync. Should be right below goat horns. It's like close to the top of the first. It's right above to sort and divvy.
All right, let me go there.
There we go. Chat's working again.
Okay, so I can just subtract 1,500 there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are all the materials that we found in the forge. So.
All right, 1,500 subtracted.
Cool. That'll work for now. I like the other widget better. It's got more colors, but if it's not working, then it's not working. All right, Zephyros. Well, first thing I want you guys to kind of place yourselves where you're going to sleep that evening. Zephyros is still. We are on the Pearl Cantina and Ironpine Residence. The professor takes his normal spot, sleeping at the desk. Zephyros, I think, we'll go to the master bedroom, but we gotta. Buchrabech's gonna go squat in the living room. Macronom will go turn into a pail in the master bedroom. Thurgus, you're gonna sleep at the door.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep in the. I got kind of sick the last time I slept in the forge, so
Okay.
I'll sleep by this door. Didn't go over well.
People are bedding down as they ate and drank their fill at the cantina, and it's time to sleep it off.
Yeah. Party.
Zephyros, when you're leaving, you put the finishing touches. You were about to say something to Macronom, but realized that he went with the party. You were closing up shop, and as you're opening the door, you can hear something outside. It's moaning softly and kind of shuffling.
Nice.
So I can just hear it, but I can't see it. So I don't know what it is.
Well, yeah, you started opening the door, and you stopped opening the door when you heard just this moaning and shuffling outside.
Forgot about this.
And I'll take a
I did
out
not
to see if I can see it.
Okay, there is a really ragged zombie in the street that seems to be just making moaning sounds, and it's kind of shuffling back and forth. Every once in a while, its arms flail into the air.
Is it close to midnight?
He's leaking all over the place, and from the gore, there seems to be just like a box of gore, like it's been doing some sort of box step for probably like an hour, if not more. It
doesn't see me.
Yeah, it hears the door opening up because it's a big solid door, and it makes a little bit of creak. It whips around and kind of flails again. You can see it's like gnashing at you, like it's trying to bite you, but it is not approaching. It continues to just flail its arms up and kind of shuffle back and forth. It's like its head wants to bite you and come over there, but its body is completely doing some sort of flailing. Well, let's just call it a dance.
This is how we know Neil didn't watch the stream.
I
Spoiler free.
Yeah. I did not have breakfast yet, have I?
No, this is the evening. Like, you worked late into the evening, and you were just closing up to just like deke out and go back into your home, and there's this thing in the road.
So does Zephyros know that everybody else saw or seen the zombies? Because he was.
They came home probably an hour or two ago, and they haven't made much noise. So maybe this thing arrived shortly after they did.
Okay, Zephyros is just going to close the door and say, "Nope, not the problem. We're right."
Okay. Are you going to go in the hatchway? Like, there's two ways to get between the two buildings. There's the front doors, and then there's a hatch that goes into the basement and pops back up in the pantry.
Yeah,
It's crammed, though. It's made for a medium-sized creature, so you're going to have to squeeze. But
I'll swallow my dignity and squeeze for the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
This was a hard day's work. I'm not fucking going to run for that now.
Okay, one giant nope, and a little bit of squeezing. Yeah, you're like, if this is going to be your shop, you're going to have to do things like open up this gap in the countertop and make the hatch bigger, and like, it's clear that Goathorn had crafted this stuff for someone his size, not someone the Fant size. You wonder if that is his curse from beyond the grave. Nice, Neil. Nice. You return to the kitchen and pantry. You can see Thurgus. Thurgus is having a really active dream right now. He's kind of pulled his like rough blanket up around him, and he's sleeping against the door, but he's like twitching every once in a while and making kind of like almost like a little bit of barking noises. Like really, really faint barking noises.
Does he seem okay?
He seems to be in the middle of a dream of sorts. Very active dream.
Not gonna interrupt him.
Okay. You pass by the sick room, and there's a dull pang of memory of your master as you climb the stairs. You get into the living room. The living room has lots of big chairs for Fants, which the smaller creatures have turned into beds. You can see Buchrabech. Buchrabech is in a heavy sweat, and he might actually be partially awake because he's moaning slightly.
Okay. Is he partially awake?
Yeah. You can go over and check on him if you want.
I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna just poke and say, "Hey, Buchrabech, you awake?"
Sure. You're gonna go over and just shake him awake.
I'm gonna ask him if he's awake first.
Okay, Buchrabech. He's moaning like he's in pain, but he's sleeping, or he's.
Okay, so that's two people with very interesting sleep patterns tonight. What are the rest of the people doing? Is everybody going through this?
All right, so you're going to go and check. Who are you going to go check on next? You can see the door to the master bedroom is open, and you're like counting the containers in the room. Yeah, Mocronom's in the room by the count of containers. Of course, you don't know which container is Mocronom.
I'm going to skip Mocronom for now, because
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm going to get any useful information out of him. I'm going to go to Pharisee first.
Okay.
Sleeping, the last person I bother is Professor.
All right. Pharisee, you hear the door opening. Just glancing at your perception, even while sleeping, and Zephyros is
Really good.
I would have also knocked.
yeah. Okay, there was a polite fant knock at the door, and then Pixel kind of greets you at the door, kind of. What you want?
What's going on? Everybody seems to be sleeping, and looks like it's nightmares of some kind.
Well, I'm doing fine, other than that I live in a city in kind of a collapsing pearl with a horrible zombie plague.
Pharisee looks.
My home by
This is the nightmare.
and the death of everyone that I know. Oh my God, wake me up!
Pharisee actually looks pretty comfy. She's in like a fant-sized bed and kind of in the middle of it, and there's pillows all around. The blankets are pulled up. Like she looks comfy. She looks fine.
I've just been reading.
Is she? Who's talking to me? Is it Pharisee talking to me, or is it Pixel talking to me?
Pharisee.
Oh, it's
Pharisee, yeah.
Okay. So nothing strange is going on. Everybody is just asleep because they're tired.
I mean, for me, and keeping tabs on the attic door, of course. How is everyone else? How are you? How did your crafting go?
Oh, it went splendidly well. Oh, this hedge chain link fence I made of gold iron is going to be incredible.
Oh, cold iron.
I can also
Oh,
see,
don't worry, Pixel.
I can also see us wrapping it around somebody at one point. That would be interesting.
Okay, the crawling hand squeezes underneath the crack of the door, and just sort of like looks at you for a moment, and then it turns around and is squeezing back underneath the door, and you can hear it skittering.
So there's nothing going on. You guys came back. Nobody came to check on what I'm doing, or nothing bad happened here.
Everyone was pretty drunk. Sai was generous, and we had a little encounter with Solara. Thurgus got introduced, and so now he's part of the team. Isn't that great?
That is great. Yeah, that's certainly.
We should do something about that Solara child thing one of these days. She wasn't happy. I'll just put it this way. Not happy.
Really?
But she's dead, so it's kind of rough.
And how much exactly did you have to drink?
I didn't have too much. I don't really trust Sai. I think that everyone will likely sleep very soundly. Does that seem right?
Thurgus is making funny noises as he sleeps. Buchrabech, very similarly. I can only guess what the professor is dreaming about. In fact, I'm not sure I want to guess what the professor is dreaming about.
Do you want to stay here and watch the hatch, and I'll go with Zephyros, and we can see if everyone is doing okay? We have a big day tomorrow, after all.
That sounds like a good idea. And not to alarm you, but there's a very strange-looking zombie dancing outside.
Dancing.
Seems like stuck in a loop of some kind.
No clue.
But the body is
Actually, I think that may be the professor's doing. Which means it probably won't harm you. I think it's very committed to its craft.
If you're saying that seeing that didn't harm me, I think you're underestimating things.
Fair enough. Oh, good news. Regarding those smarter, faster, much more dangerous zombies, Thurgus is going to fight one in a pit in a few days. Isn't that fun?
I guess not for Thurgus, but okay. Why?
If I recall correctly, and I did have a little bit to drink, We put quite a bit of money down on him winning, so I hope he does.
Well, if he doesn't,
Pixel gets
If he
excited.
doesn't, we'll be out a lot of money, and we won't have our very heavily armored friend.
Pixel gets excited to tell her story. I got into their sugar and then got sick. She goes flying back to Pharisee.
She got into their sugar
Uh,
and then got sick.
yeah, Pharisee, you know that sugar gives Faye really, really bad sugar highs.
Yeah, Pixel's gonna stay up for a while.
Yeah.
okay. Well,
For a while.
Yeah, she puked up a bunch of like rainbow stuff and kept on eating sugar. So it was.
Yeah. Well, let's go check on. Let's see. So you say Thurgus, yes. Buchrabech, yes. What about the professor? Let's check on the professor.
I'll follow you.
Well,
Yep, I'll go.
you go in and you can see the professor. He usually falls asleep in like sitting up like an old man in one of the chairs.
Till I pass out. I am in the library of the Great Fant, so I'm gonna try and get it all in while I'm here.
Yeah, tonight though he's usually really neat. Tonight though it's like a big mess. It's like he had a bunch of plans to read a bunch of books and like fell asleep amongst them, and they're kind of tipped over all over the place. Normally he's a little bit more respectful of all these tomes. It just looks like, yeah, he ate half a sandwich, and you can see the crawling hands trying to clean things up, but the professor's lying on half of it. So he's just out cold and snoring.
What do you think, Hand? Is he dreaming soundly? Is this a sound sleep?
I assume they like poke me or something, like to demonstrate.
Oh, yes, I did.
The hand like is it a sound sleep? He's like, no.
No. Should we wake him?
Do you think he's in trouble?
Nah, hold on.
More than usual.
It actually climbs up onto his forehead and like taps him a couple times. He just shifts in his sleep and
I don't know. It looks like normal sleep to me.
Yeah, the hand can't decide what it wants.
Yes.
Just
You should sleep too.
Did the hand have anything to drink? Was it dipped in alcohol, dipped in sauce?
Pickled.
Don't know.
Maybe we're coloring it. Maybe
It's in
we're
pink.
coloring it.
Let's let the professor sleep.
Just the two of you standing in the study, just staring at the hand, just like flash cut back and forth. Nobody saying anything.
Right.
Isn't Pixel staying in the room looking at the hatch?
Pixel's
yeah.
probably zipping back and forth
Yep.
between them.
Yeah, all the sugar high.
Maybe we should check on Buchrabech as well.
Sure.
Okay, Buchrabech's right here. Yeah, Buchrabech. Oh, he looks like he's sweating out something, and he's got some sort of substance leaking from his eyes, and he's kind of shivering like he's got a fever.
Oh, is it blood plague?
Give me a heal check. You can add a +2 at this point. You guys seem to be pretty much experts on the blood veil at this point.
Probably just going to be, do I even have that on the list? Sure. Yeah. All right. Uh, 13.
Well, he's sick.
He's not well.
It's not
Things leaking from him, but it's not blood.
Yeah, it's a different color coming out of his eyes than the blood plague, but then you're now thinking, well, he's a boggart. What color is his blood? And the mucus and humors and
we have to touch him, it has to be with a stick at this point.
Slap 2 more on there for that fortune point.
Nice. Yeah, you're 90% certain that Buchrabech has contracted blood veil, and then you think back to right before you got drunk that night, Buchrabech and Mog fighting zombies in the zombies that were exploding all around them with pustules and
the professor encouraged them to solve part of the zombie problem,
right.
Very, very personally.
While they did clean up their gear,
not good.
They cleaned up their gear and armor afterwards. Perhaps some of it got into the giant boosh of Buchrabech or into an orifice or a wound or something.
Well, if he can sleep through the night, he can cure himself in the morning. As soon as Pixel comes down from her high, she can learn remove disease as well. So in a day or so, nobody dies from blood veil in one evening.
Somebody say my name?
Yes, you can learn some new spells and store some spells in the pike, the stone pike.
Zephyros.
That's my name. Don't overuse it.
Pixel's very excited.
I can cast spells now.
That's pretty cool. That's really, really.
But that's not exactly. But well, anyway.
Oh no, the hatch!
All right. So yeah, let's. I don't know. Should we let's leave a note here. I'll start writing down. You have blood veil. Oh, in fact, no. It's you've got blood veil.
Okay.
I'll write it on a little silver disc.
Nice clap.
First one's free. Okay, let's set that near Buchrabech.
Buchrabech, who makes this weird is he choking? No, that's a snore. Oh, gross.
Oh. I'll take it again, flip it over, and write on the back. And so does Thurgus. All right. Now we can sleep soundly.
Job done.
We've done good, Zephyros. But let's double check there on Thurgus and make sure it looks like what we think it looks like and isn't something that's going to kill him overnight.
Thurgus, your dream is of recently your dreams of the blood bearer have been very vivid. This night is no different, but it takes a different turn. Instead of following the blood bearer on the countless battles and slaking of blood that follows, you actually follow a torrent of blood from a battlefield that goes into a raging river, and it's like you are white water rafting. Although you can't really see the raft, you're sort of in first person of whatever's traveling down the river. And the river is made out of blood. It is like you are riding the river of all those who have died at the hands of your god.
It's a pretty big river.
Yeah, there's some... you actually say, it's a pretty big river! And there's something wrong. You opened your mouth for a moment, and you got like a mouthful of the river, and it's moving around inside your belly. It's like swirling in your belly. You could feel it swirling. Okay, so you're like riding down this river of blood, and you're like, oh, I feel good. And you're trying to puke, and there's something wrong, and you end up ripping open your shirt. And you could see your belly, but you can see something pushing on the inside of your belly, like
What the hell is that?
trying to get out. These little tiny bear claws trying to get out underneath the skin of your belly.
I scratch at it.
Okay, you end up scratching at it, and because it's a gory dream, you end up taking your claws and ripping open flesh and trying to like carve into your belly. When you pop into your belly, there's a bunch of blood that comes out, and you can see a little thing inside your belly that actually digs further up into your ribs. It makes a little laughing sound, and it like moves up into your torso.
Ugh, get out! Get out!
Okay, you're trying to reach into your belly, and you're just pulling out guts and that sort of thing. And one time you got a hold of its leg, but it was just so slick that it just went kind of like off of your clawed hand. It's now up in your rib cage.
I just kind of stop for a second, like it's just kind of futile, and I just like look down and like, okay, look, I would really like it if you would like not move around in my guts. This just feels really weird.
Oh, take this! And you heard this little laugh from inside your rib cage, and it's now punching like your lungs and your heart.
Ow! Oh, what the fuck is that for? What? Why are you laughing?
How about this?
It's not funny.
You are sent into a coughing fit. It's at this point in time, Zephyros and Ferris say that you're looking at Thurgus. Thurgus had found a blanket somewhere and put it over top of himself. He sleeps in his armor, but for some reason he has torn the blankets to shreds and has all these scratch marks on his armor, as it looks like he's been scratching at his own belly.
That does not look healthy.
No.
Can't catch me!
That does not look safe.
Get out of my ribs.
Are you now tearing at your ribs?
These are my ribs.
Are you tearing through your ribs?
Oh yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
All right, Thurgus, in your dream, you basically
pull open a cage.
Yeah, you stick your claws into your ribs and pull open the right side and pull open the left side, and you can see your beating heart, and it's trying to like move behind your heart and your lungs. It's this little bloody snot, like it's a little. You don't know how to describe it. It's like gelatinous snot.
What do you want?
So
Why are you laughing?
Thurgus is actually saying, "What do you want?" as he's scratching the breastplate of his armor. Why are you laughing?
should we leave a note?
The only blood that's coming from Thurgus is probably from his claws, like he's damaging himself a little bit from scratching at his armor.
Poor fella.
The blanket is torn to bits, though. Okay, the thing is now. It's now in your throat, Thurgus. You can't really speak, but you've tried to dig at you're trying to dig around your heart and your lungs and things, and it seems to have moved into your throat.
I kind of like scoop up my intestines and just kind of like pick them back in, like while I'm kind of coughing, and I sort of like fold my rib cage closed and kind of zip it up, and then I just try and reach down and like pull it out.
Okay. Yeah, you're reaching down in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
up in my throat, like
yeah. Okay, so you're trying to get at it, and you could feel it as you're trying to put your claws way back there. You could feel it like slipping between two of your claws that you got in your mouth, and it's now inside of your sinus cavity. It's this huge bulge going from your eyes down into the back of your throat, and you're trying to like grab a hold of it, but it's a little bit slippery. It's too slippery.
I take a really deep breath, I plug one nostril, and I just blow really hard, like
okay.
Trying to shoot out a really nasty booger.
Yeah, Thurgus is. You've never seen this before, Zephyros and Pharisee. It's like he's trying to sneeze but can't, and ends up getting caught in a really, really long sneeze.
Is it kind of like when a dog does that thing with like?
Yeah, but it's like he's not getting like the air out.
Well, first thing, Zephyros took a step back and pulled Pharisee a little bit back as well. Fear
I don't think he's doing well. We may need to wake him up.
Do I have my staff with me? I think I probably do.
Yeah, you've got your gear with you.
I'm gonna walk in and I'm not gonna touch him.
Fireball him.
I'm gonna just poke him with my staff from a distance.
Okay, so just sort of lunging and leaning, kind of.
Thurgus!
Thurgus, there's something wrong. You're kind of awake, but the thing, it's like it's really inside you. Your sinuses are like completely full. It's actually putting pressure on the back of your eyes, and you can feel a warmth spread over your head, like it's kind of sitting in between your brain and your skull. Your ears have popped, and Thurgus is just making that face as you've woken him up.
Zephyros just turns to Pharisee and asks her gently if she can just run up to the room where Mokranum was, because I saw some buckets and things in there. Try not to pick Mokranum.
There's not a lot of room.
Yes, I'll be right back.
There's a lot of room.
All right, I'll run upstairs and grab a bucket that is not really abnormally heavy.
Okay, so you go running upstairs. Thurgus, you hear the strange voice again, even though you're awake. Ah, not a lot of room up here. Ah.
I look at Zephyros to see if he heard it.
Zephyros is still kind of poking you with a stick.
So Zephyros, I clearly didn't hear anything, so I'm just poking him with a stick saying, Thurgus, wake up.
I'm awake.
Thurgus sounds like his nose is plugged and he's not talking properly.
Are you sure you're awake? You don't sound like yourself.
I mean, I could still be asleep.
Okay, your gross sucking sound to try to clear your sinuses is actually working a little bit. You can feel like the two rubbery legs of this creature kind of now in your mouth. They're kind of, every time it wiggles, it's hitting your gag reflex.
Just hold on. We're getting a bucket. We are getting you a bucket.
I'm not done yet.
My dog is super worried about me. She's like, what the fuck? Are you dying?
I'm not done yet.
Hell, you are.
I am just trying to help you.
Thurgus, finally, as Pharisee, you're coming downstairs, you hear him sneeze. A sneeze that impossibly that shakes the building. Being given that the building is made out of iron pine, it's actually quite impressive. Thurgus, you have snot projectiled something a full 10 feet across the entry hallway, and it's kind of in a pile. It's about the size of a loaf of bread, and it is lying in a red, juicy pile on the ground.
What the hell is that?
What are you asking me for? That came out of your nose.
Yeah, you just see a bunch of sick out of there. Nobody sees this thing except for Thurgus.
I walk over to it.
Oh,
Like lean over.
I'm gonna get you for that.
You fucking what, mate?
It gets up and it's covered in slime, and it's the little rubbery bastard that was crawling around in your guts. You drank it from the river of blood of the slain enemies of your god. In your dream.
And I look at Zephyros.
Okay. Zephyros
And I look at Pharisee.
And
I look down.
And we look at him, but we can't see it, can we?
Nope.
I'll look where he's looking and.
Yeah, he got sick. Like, you can see he sneezed against the wall.
Yeah.
You don't see that little thing in the middle?
The Pharisee says to Pharisee,
I'm not touching any of that.
What the hell are you going?
Here's the bucket.
give him the bucket. It's actually Zephyros hooks the bucket
Yep.
at the bottom of his staff, and he holds his staff out with the bucket hanging from it. For
the little creature just wandered around, it looked at one of its weird little arms and looked at the other weird little arm and looked at you and then swiveled around to like mimic your posture and is now mimicking your posture towards the party.
Are you making fun of me?
No, we're giving you a bucket.
No, not you, him. And I point at it.
Who? Him?
Can you put him in the bucket? Is he in the room with you right now?
I go and I reach for him.
Okay, he's slimy. He struggles a little bit, but you pick him up.
And I try and put him in the bucket.
All right, there is a excellent pantomime of Thurgus putting something into a bucket.
Do I feel the weight in the bucket?
Nope.
I'm gonna poke him while he's in the bucket.
This
What
is
the hell are you?
He looks around a little bit. He tries to like climb out like a little stuffed doll kind of thing, and he's slimy, and this is gonna keep me in, you know.
Thurgus, I think you've contracted the plague.
Oh, I think you're right. I'm probably seeing things, and I pick him up, and I open the door, and I throw him outside. I shut the door.
Right. So there is just up to thing. You're both looking at each other, and you actually see it bounce into the streets.
Hey there,
Okay.
that's a zombie again.
Yeah, you stay out there. I don't ever want to see you again. And I shut the door.
Okay.
Oh man, you guys, I think it's getting to me. I know. We really got to kill those alchemists. They did something to me. I'm convinced it's them.
All right, Thurgus, you actually hear its squishy little footsteps back to the door, and then you hear this sort of like rubbery sound as it's fitting underneath the door. It's sort of gooing its way underneath the door, and then kind of pops.
Right, well, we all clearly don't hear anything coming back into the house. I'm fine. I'm just shaking a dream. Not in a good state, guys. I'm just going to try and get some rest and lay down here perfectly normal by myself.
Can I do a spellcraft check or something to see, or a perception check to see what's going on here?
Yeah. It's more like sense motive.
I'll cast Detect Invisibility also. I don't think I cast it yesterday, and I haven't slept yet, so it should still be sitting here.
12? Sense motive?
Give me a perception check, Pharisee.
Yes. That is a thing I can do. Yep, there we go. $34.
So the thing is a manifestation of your dreams. I'm going to say that it's constantly invisible. I know there are some other rules that I'm just going to work in as a custom way. Pharisee, for the briefest moment, you thought you saw like a little smudge of invisibility, but...
I thought I saw a little something.
What'd you see?
I don't see it.
Oh, me neither.
Just a spot of... I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Maybe you should check me out for Blood Veil in the morning, too.
Somehow the creature knew exactly where you were going to bed down again, and is kind of like patting the ripped up blanket, like trying to make it all comfy for you.
Like eyes super wide. I'm just trying my hardest to pretend like it's not real.
Yep.
And just like, I'm by myself, gonna lay down, need a bit of sleep.
Just for the sake of interest, what did you have to drink?
What didn't I have to drink? Yeah. I got very drunk.
No, really?
Yeah, that's probably it. I had too much to drink. And I take the bucket and I just like conjure water in it and I just like start chugging it and then like splash my face in it.
Okay.
And then I just try and lay down.
the creature comes running over to kind of catch some of the droplets of water, like it wants to drink too. It ends up splashing around in some of the mess that you made.
Yep, it's just me. I feel so much better now. And I like...
Yeah,
Well,
some things.
don't hurt yourself.
Yep. I'm totally gonna sleep now.
Okay.
Sleeping exactly opposite of you, so you can stare into your eyes is the little bear thing.
Okay, we'll see you in the morning.
Sounds great. Everything is fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sleep well.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Zephyros indicates to Pharisee, let's just wait around the corner a little bit.
You need your rest. We need to go kill.
Shut the fuck up. They're gonna think I'm crazy.
Nothing here has changed my opinion of these things. I'm gonna go sleep.
Right.
Yep.
Seems like it was a night out.
Pixel, if you can't sleep, try and see if you and Autumn can pick up some pointers on removing diseases from that stone thing.
Oh, I was wondering when you were going to come back. One of the pots in the room talked to you.
Hey, Buchrabech, how are you feeling?
I had lots for eating.
Really? And how are you feeling?
Zalara talked to Thurgus.
Oh,
That was scary.
when did you talk to Thurgus? When you guys went out to Sai's place?
Yeah, we went up into her little attic room, and she was there, and she showed a card to Thurgus.
Oh, what was on the card? Do you know?
I don't remember.
I think I wrote this down.
Oh yeah. Did we
Is it the slime twin or something?
I now have a pet ooze.
Did Thurgus say anything about the card?
Well, yeah, he said that he'd help Zalara become an instrument of her righteous wrath, and that Zalara would make him strong, and yeah, and that I don't know that we'll fight bad things. I think.
Did she say anything to you?
No.
Did she give you anything to keep?
No.
Did she give you anything to eat?
No.
How about Thurgus? Did he give you anything to eat, keep?
Mockernums knows this. I don't know if...
Thurgus didn't give Mockenham anything.
Thurgus? I'm holding 6 gallons of water for Thurgus.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Approximately 6 gallons, give or take a cup. But, yeah, I can feel it sloshing around.
Okay, I think that's a pretty good thing.
There's no guarantee, however, it will be the same temperature as when he put it in.
I think that's okay. I don't think after tonight Thurgus is going to worry about the temperature of the water.
Oh, okay. Is Thurgus okay?
I don't think I have the education to answer that question.
Oh,
Not
no.
horrified.
You're like the second smartest person I know.
Yes, but about psychology, I don't know a whole lot, unfortunately.
Oh.
The professor might be in a better position, and based on what I've seen tonight, I am not waking for him.
Sounds like a wonderful school of spells.
Yeah, it might very well be.
Oh,
I just don't have any of them.
okay.
So
Oh, okay.
you gonna go to sleep?
Yeah, we've got a busy day tomorrow.
Have you slept at all?
Yeah.
Did you have any funny dreams?
Oh, no, these dreams are like the others where I can't remember them. It's not like we went to Son's place and had the really fun dreams that we can remember.
Oh, that was a fun dream. But you didn't dream anything like that here?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Then I'm going to sleep too.
Oh, okay. I'll stay right here. I might move over there, though. But,
We've got the whole room. That's fine.
okay, I'll do that now. Okay.
So was the plan for Zephyros and Mokranum to bunk up together in this room?
Yeah, this is basically the master bedroom of the chamber, and Makernam like follows you around. You actually feel better having little guy look after you while you sleep. All right, the night does pass. Thurgus, you don't get another wink of sleep. You spend the entire night just staring at this thing who spends the entire night just sort of staring lovingly back at you. Do you ask it any questions?
I think for the first night, like until the sun starts to come up,
Yep.
he's convinced that it's not real. And by the time like the light sort of fills the room and he realizes he hasn't slept at all,
Yep.
he just, you're not going away, are you?
Oh, me? No. Why? Are you going away?
He just kind of gets up.
Okay, it gets up, it stretches. We gonna go kill today? We gonna make things bleed? We really need to get out of here.
Yes, but not because you suggested it.
Oh, we really need to get out of here, you know.
I agree.
Yeah. It puts his little stubby hands up towards you.
I just like pick it up with one paw.
Feels
kind of
squishy, and you put it up on your shoulder. That's all right. That's a good spot.
All right, just don't make a lot of noise, and don't try to distract me when I'm talking to other people, because I gotta pretend like I can't hear you. Otherwise, everyone's gonna think I'm crazy.
What if everyone already does?
Yeah, don't say shit like that, because that gets in my head. It makes me think I am crazy, and we're not having that. So,
I've already been in there. There's not much in there. A lot of room.
yeah, that's not comforting at all. All right, shh. He like tries to like cover its like slimy little mouth. Like,
I think somebody's coming. Oh wow! It can hear things. You can actually hear a Buchrabech like horking. He's coming down the stairs, and you know the next day is here. Party spends some time doing preps, and have begun to assemble.
I whisper to it, I've got to pray right now, so just be real quiet.
Okay,
And I,
okay.
prep my spells and stuff. Or at least I try to.
Yep. It does a mumbling prayer along with you, but it's not actually saying the words. It's just mumbling.
Okay.
Yeah, the party gathers, I guess, downstairs, as all of you are creatures that enjoy food. Buchrabech has spent his daily allotment of removed disease on himself.
Oof.
He can borrow the pearl for another one.
Okay.
It was horrible. I do not wish it upon my worst enemy. Now, Thurgus, I still have one more left. Are you all right, Thurgus?
I look at like the pile of sick in the corner of the room, and I look at him. Oh yeah, I'm totally fine. Why would you ask something like that?
Buchrabech comes over to you. He has a look.
I think you're mistaken, Fersey. Thurgus looks quite healthy.
Yeah, see, healthy, perfectly fine.
How about that? He's a hale and hearty creature.
You had a big sneeze or something here.
Quite exposed, though, wasn't he? How nice.
You made your saves on your token. It says exposure 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I made like 4 of them in a row. They were
Okay.
all like above 20 or something.
Cool.
Like that.
Yeah, Buchrabech comes over.
Since I've used all of my third circle prayers for the day, I would not mind just staying here for the day. I have no desire to go poking around spooky houses.
That seems fine. Well, keep the pearl for now, and if you need to make someone better,
Okay.
Particularly if you need to make someone rich better, feel free.
He's got one little holy symbol that acts like a box. He pops it open, puts the pearl inside, and closes the box. He
Nice.
tucks it into his robes and pats it, gives you a wink. It's weird, though. It gives you a wink with the second eyelid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we're not going to the spooky house at night like like the professor wanted, are we?
I was merely just suggesting the estate looks particularly pleasing against the backdrop of the city at night.
Evendale, welcome. Thanks for the raid. Welcome to the channel. We are playing Titan's Gift. This is the neutral party that is reluctant, a bunch of reluctant heroes. We are playing a reskinned version of the adventure path right now called The Curse of the Crimson Throne. This takes place in the homebrew world called the Ether Pearls, where it is a series of pocket dimensions that are interwoven and connected. The group right now is deciding on whether or not they're going to go back to the professor, the professor's manor. This is his family's manor that he hasn't been to in a very long time.
I think we have a couple days before the fight, so we may as well.
Professor?
There's things there.
Is this day 1 of 3 or 2 of 3? Does yesterday count as day 1?
Of which?
The 3 days up to the fight.
No. Today is day 1.
Today's day
Yeah.
1.
Yes, we should probably discuss our reasons for being at the estate. All of us being accomplished scholars and artisans traveling with our bodyguard, I'll say gesturing to Thurgus.
I want you to give me a knowledge arcana or knowledge local professor. This is only for the professor to roll. This represents things that he may remember about Maison Chalmers. There may be lore about this manor, and you're the best suited to actually know about this.
Wait, am I a scholar or bodyguard?
Bodyguard, sir. You have a certain physique for the job.
Professor, you've never really given it like too deep of a thought. It's kind of like a thing that you've known, but you've never put words to. But there is some lore about your own family's house that it comes alive at night. And when you say that out loud, that's just sort of the thing that you were told as a child, but you may actually have buried some memories about how some of the rooms may become accessible only at night. And that's why you had this kind of sort of overwhelming urge to visit the manor at night, even though it seems to be, well, to the rest of your party, a really dumb idea.
Yes, the house has a certain character, a reputation of certain doorways becoming more ajar come the eventide. It is quite the sight, and
Oh, it's not a mimic house, is it?
Says Makranam as he slips off of Zephyros' shoulder. He is currently a rhinestone handbag.
I don't believe so, Makranam. I think I would have been eaten if that were the case.
Oh, that's good, because mimics that big sometimes eat people inside if they're not on good terms. We wouldn't want us to get eaten.
What else happens at night? Like, do you ever wake up and just see things?
Oh, yes, all the time. No, for once, I woke up as a child and swear I saw the ghost of my great-grandmother.
Do you ever see like a tiny little bear made out of like bloody juicy bits?
tiny little bear.
Never mind, it's not important. Maybe we should totally go there and find out stuff.
Now that's the spirit. Zephyros, what about you? Care for a little scholarly expedition?
Oh, yes, that sounds fun. I think we can go do that. I'm not sure what Thurgus is talking about, but okay.
Now, I am the bodyguard. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Yes.
I'm not worried about my body for some reason.
And we are traveling scholars and artisans, and being cooped up with the city as it is, we thought we would pay the current owner a visit and impose ourselves upon them for an evening of scholarly discussion, perhaps a dip through the old library.
There is a chance we'll run into plague doctors there who will know who we are, or who might know who we are.
And it is interesting that you mentioned that, because Mokranum was asking me last night about, some learnings of the mind.
Yes, Markranam, were you delving into the scholarly pursuits?
Me?
If you could try storing or keeping knowledge for change, perhaps.
You can try storing things. Mockanom, can you do me a favor? Can you have something for keeping real fast?
Yeah, okay.
He turns into like a rucksack and comes waddling over with little tentacles towards Thurgus.
I kind of I'm like, oh, it's over here, and I put my back to the party, and then I just grab him off my shoulder and I throw him in the bag.
Okay, Makranam actually eats the weird gelatinous thing that you horked up this morning, and it disappears into the bag. I'll get you for this!
Yes, Makranam.
Oh, there was something there.
What? There was? Are you shitting me?
Wow, I'm not sure.
Spit it out!
It was more like a taste. A weird taste.
Just spit it out. Just spit it out.
Oh, okay.
The thing has a very angry face. As Makranam spat it out at your feet. Makranam just seemed to spit out spit, like there's a bit of ick at the ground. The thing is prone and picks itself back up, and you think that was funny, huh?
I really do. Oh, I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh, God.
So, Professor...
That's exactly the opposite where we need to go. We need to escape, not go into contraptions like that.
It's giving you a lecture about how it wants to escape, and you need to get your head right, or it's going to crawl back up in there and give you a good punch or two.
You're right. I think we should go to the mansion.
Are you sure you should come with us?
All of you have been around Thurgus enough that for some reason in the last 12 hours or so, he seems to be paying attention to something that you guys cannot see. Like
Thurgus.
He's not a good liar.
Sorry.
Something is wrong. It's not the disease. And I saw that little something, but I'm not sure what.
Well,
Is it the blood god?
Yes, it's the blood bear, and because I'm a devoted war priest, I'm the only one who can see him, but you're very perceptive and can cast spells that have a semi-divine sort of. You've researched stuff. Maybe you just picked up on it a little bit, but I'm very blessed. It's just me. I'm trying to keep it together. Let's just go to the place. Let's not talk about it for right now. It's between me and my god. It's very personal. Let's just move on.
Oh my! Seeing the blood bear more often now, are we? That's
The little
Yeah, I'm very gifted. That's it. It's got to be it.
the little bear is in a heroic pose as much as a gummy bear can look heroic.
I think maybe next time we go to the bar, you should drink a little less.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to quit. But this is not that. So let's go.
Do you have anything else for me to keep or for eating?
I look at the little bear.
He gives you a look and puts his arms on his hips.
No, not right now. Thank you, though.
Okay, Makernam slips up onto Zephyros' shoulder at the same time. The little bear is kind of reaching up for...
And I just pick him up
Okay.
over my shoulder.
Thurgus is now manipulating objects that are not there.
Well, we all have our quirks.
I'm just doing kinesthetics. Yeah, I got,
Thurgus is lying.
What with my -4 bluff? Why?
Right.
Let's detect magic on this and see through all his magical gear and see if there's anything that doesn't correspond to his magical gear. I'll take a few rounds to see if I can pick anything out.
Okay, give me a spellcraft check, I guess, as you're trying to look at Thurgus.
I'll aid you.
The two wizards...
I'll auto aid as well.
The 3 wizards are now scanning.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, just hold still. This will only be a moment.
24.
Thurgus has some significant magic items.
22.
Yeah, he's got some significant magic items that if there was something weird going on with Thurgus, it could be lost in the noise of the emanations from his armor, his sword, and all the items that he's wearing. Like you'd have to get him to take everything off to find anything wrong. There's nothing obviously wrong.
Marty,
maybe he's cursed.
I have a question about an illusion. I can see the phantasms I create from people's minds, unless otherwise stated. I know there's one where it says specifically, I don't know what the person is seeing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's try one more thing. Thurgus, please hold still, and bear with me. Try not to freak out, okay?
What's he doing?
I will step up to Thurgus, and I will cast audio-visual hallucination.
Okay, Thurgus, are you...
I'm not going to make a will save if I can choose not to.
Okay. What the fuck is he doing?
I'm going to make Thurgus hallucinate that he sees another one of whatever he's seeing. So I know that he is seeing something, and this functions as auditory hallucination. So you cause the target to believe they are hearing any sound you imagine. So in this case, hearing and seeing. So it would be he's hearing and seeing another copy of whatever's bothering him. He's seeing a second one.
Sitting on your other shoulder is another one of the bear things. Hey there! Hey, who are you? Who are you?
My, this is a curious little fellow. Does he have a name, Thurgus?
Yeah, I thought I was the only one. So did I.
A name?
Hey,
do you have a name? I look at both of them. I look at the one that I put there first. Do you have a name?
The one that is on the left-hand side, as you're kind of facing towards the professor, it actually names... It says its name first. Oh, I'm Christopher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Christopher. And the other one seems to, like...
The other one can't do intelligible speech, so it's probably just like...
Oh, there's no speech? Okay, so it's like...
Hello, Chris. His name's Christopher.
Yep, I don't know who that one is. That was an imposter.
Oh, shit, no, it can't do speech, sorry.
I think. I don't know.
I poke at them both. Right, well, if you're done messing around... Did you make this one too? Were you messing around with my head while I was asleep?
I'm a little carried away there for a second. Half a moment. Just one moment. I'll fuddle in my robes for a wand of silent image. I will cast a charge out of it, and I will make a third bear appear that now the rest of the party can see. it makes kind of a ha-ha sound when it talks.
Yeah, so you know the phantasm's there, you know the phantasm's small, but you don't get the exact results from the phantasm.
Okay, I can't precisely see what it is.
No. No.
Okay.
There is this smudgy sort of like phantasm that you know you've conjured, but you know that his mind is projecting upon it, like the details, and that's the part that you can't see. Now, if you could somehow share his memory, you might be able to see what he's seeing.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know.
see through his eyes, or I'm sure there's all sorts of esoteric weird spells that would allow you to do things like that. But you now know at least that you can mimic for his perspective what this creature is. So if you conjure an illusion, you're taking a guess, or you're conjuring the smudge that you're seeing, which is your phantasm.
I'll do an illusion and give it my best approximation. This isn't quite an exact science per se, but he is definitely seeing something.
It's like a three-dimensional charcoal, vaguely humanoid shaped thing, and it's kind of moving around. It isn't the right color. It's not making the right noise, and it's just like some sort of shadowy version of of like a different art style.
What the hell was that? No, Christopher's like little and he's red and he kind of looks like some sort of, I don't know, watery, bloody, candy teddy bear.
Hey, good guess. Right on the nose.
I'll adjust it. The
Water and
illusion.
blood. Water and blood mixed. Water and blood mixed. Water and blood mixed.
Okay, shh, Christopher, stop it.
Oh, the other one's just kind of going because it can't speak.
Stop it.
I think it actually can't speak. I was wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, it's mimicking the other one.
As he describes it, I'll change the silent image to try and make it resemble what he's talking about.
Okay. Given that you are an illusionist and you're basically doing a sketch artist with illusions. Oh wow. Do you have any sort of craft? I think we talked about this before. Getting like craft illusions or like craft art or something like that. Do you have any skills at this point?
I have craft illusions.
Do you give me a craft illusions check?
Yes, I would love to. 26.
26, you are able to, down to the glistening sheen.
Yeah, it looks a lot like that.
And you guys are seeing this ridiculous oozy
And also, oh my
bear.
fucking god, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, that's me! Woo, woo, woo. And the other one's just silent.
Thurgus, the stage just keeps getting better for you, doesn't it?
That is quite irregular.
Says Zephyros, just looking at Thurgus's reaction here.
Says you, tree lady.
Is it hurting you?
No, I mean, well, maybe in my dreams he's a bit of a masochist, but let's not talk about that. I thought we were leaving. What happened to leaving?
Yeah,
let's leave.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go smell some blood.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, what? No, we're going to go look in the house.
We all have strange little friends, so maybe this one's just yours?
Oh god, you saying it's going to stick around?
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know quite what it is, to be honest.
You know what? Let's just go. I'll deal with it. It's fine.
Yeah, go with the flow, just like the river.
Oh my god. I mean, yes, my god. I'm blessed. Let's go.
Yes, of course. We will be going soon.
Which one?
Professor, are there any outside doors that only open up at night?
An interesting question. I will ponder this.
You could go into the house during the day. What good is a house that you could only go into and out of at night? It's just there are parts of the house that may only be accessible in the evening.
I think that there may be some side entrances. It is a quite large estate, of course, but...
I'm just thinking, if we find ourselves unwelcome when we appear, we might want to sneak in.
Yes, that is a good point. I'm thinking back to probably some childhood shenanigans. I'm assuming my brother and I, we would have known about all these sort of little places, having spent time here as kids.
Well, one of the places that you can't get into until after night is called the Black Door Under the Stair.
There was a black door under the stair that I know appears at night.
And that leads into the library annex.
It leads into the library, but as far as making a speedy escape if need be, it may not be our best choice.
You
All right.
also know that there is some other place in the manor that you never were able to go into, and that you're pretty sure that it's the basement.
Basement off limits. Never was able to get down there. There may be a root cellar or a storm entrance on the outside.
No, it's a big basement. You remember a lot of visitors coming over, and then as a child being confused as to where all of them went. And your grandmother was looking after you at the time, and she said the basement.
Probably not a place for escaping. Seemed to be some sort of vast underground chamber for gatherings. Very peculiar as a child.
You're not even sure if you know how to get into the basement. Like, that's how...
I would know, though, about, like, back entrance for, like, getting shipments or side doors.
On the ground floor, there is an entrance. There are windows. There are a lot of chimneys.
So we've got options, but not necessarily any secret options that the people that are there now couldn't know about.
There is only a single entrance on the ground floor.
Only, I'm afraid, the single entrance on the ground floor. It is a bit of a fortress, I suppose, in that sense.
Should we just go and knock then, perhaps?
Your
we should just go.
your bedroom was on the attic, which is kind of technically the fourth floor. So there's a ground floor, second floor, third floor, and an attic, and the children's bedroom that you shared with your younger brother, who was missing all those years ago, is on the attic floor.
My bedroom was in the attic, so not much of a secret entrance there. I suppose we could fly in, but I think traveling under pretenses appeal to their more sophisticated manner. You know, hospitality goes big in those circles.
Let me see if I can find a map of just the main floors that you remember. Give me a second. It's going to take me a minute to develop this.
I was thinking perhaps we say there's a particular bit of research in my grandfather's study, or perhaps some old treatises from when I was growing up about perhaps music or fan culture, maybe traveling. People are trying to get out of the city. The trains are shut down.
Wait, is this your house or not?
Oh, the Chalmers estate has passed to different stewards for the moment, I'm afraid. Tough financial times.
God, so you had to sell it because you were broke?
Yes, precisely. Oh, but I'm open to suggestions if anyone has any other ideas as to how we make our entrance.
I mean, I think going there during the day makes a lot of sense because we could scout it out. And then you said if there's certain things that are only there at night, then maybe we stay out in the day, get a good sense of the place, so that when it's dark, we know exactly where to go.
Yes.
Sure.
I think if we went towards the evening, we may be able to get ourselves invited to dinner. It would be nice to have the hospitality of a manor house again.
That might be possible, but the question is, do we know who lives there?
All going together as a group to eat out for dinner? That is a fantasy world.
I mean, last time we all went to the bar together. So, yes, ownership has passed to...
I think that's a fine plan. If they're of the caste that you are of, perhaps you know their mannerisms and can convince them to let us in.
Yes.
Can sneak a bit and do a little investigation.
I figure we're not quite the sneaking about type, what with the giant bear, the Fant, all of the constant shenanigans that seem to follow us about. So why not travel in the open, make a grand entrance, perhaps?
Okay, I'm going to create a sheet in the journal and
Alright.
correspondence area that is called Maison Chalmers, and I'm going to call it the player copy. And I think this is the part that you remember.
That was in journal?
I'm also streaming it for everyone to see.
Oh, nice. Let's just watch the stream.
Oh, sorry. I need to add it as an element. Give me a second.
As far as ownership now, Zephyros, it is owned by... what is the name of that family?
Could we just buy it back?
Perhaps. It is quite expensive. Here, the Archminos family. They acquire property of particularly unsettling types. I believe...
They expressed interest.
Yes, they may be in the market to sell. To be honest, though, I am almost certain that this is the forward vanguard of the... who were these folks? The people doing the plague in the city. What was it?
They made caskets or something on another pearl, right?
Yes, the Ashfords. They were the coffin makers. Oh, sorry, my memory. The drink these days has quite the effect on me. But who was it? Whoever is spreading the plague here, the vampires they sent, they seem to send these Archminos as a forward scout to begin their operation, so it's likely to be quite dangerous, Zephyros.
Indeed, the corpse that we spoke to told us that the Archminos were involved in this plot to bring the chests of cursed coins into the city.
Was that the guy that they told us to switch his cream or something? It's like a put a lotion on the skin type deal. So how we get rid of this guy? And it was like, oh, use a lotion.
Switch the cream the Master Archminos puts on his skin, yes.
You said dangerous. Is it one fireball dangerous? Two fireballs dangerous?
Oh.
Fireballs dangerous?
It is probably quite a few fireballs dangerous, I would think. I would say, be careful we don't burn the place down. There is a very nice library, sir.
Right. Luckily, I have versatile evocation.
Yes, that I'm quite aware of.
The house is lucky in that regard. There have been other houses nearby who have that have suffered tragedies like fire or collapse, and it's the last house of its kind standing in that neighborhood.
Yes, well, shall we settle on our excuse for being there and then go scout it out, perhaps a bit inconspicuously if possible?
Is there any excuse that the plague does not justify?
Oh, I would say we appeal to their hospitality, ask if we could impose ourselves. We were reminiscing being stuck inside, I wanted to regale them with the exploits of my grandfather. Perhaps the current owners would fancy a tale about the previous owners.
Zephyros, so you're suggesting we use that, like, deputized title or something like that, so we could investigate stuff and just say, like, oh, there might be a book about the plague in the library. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I was thinking about those lines, about something like that. You wanted to get in there, right?
Yes, perhaps.
To let us in, perhaps.
Well, if not, they're very terrible people.
Well, if they say you can't come and investigate here, yeah, I agree. They'd be terrible people. Would be my.
See, there you go. She's like, oh, why don't you want to end the plague then?
All right, so the illusion of the bear disappears, and then the audible hallucination of the bear disappears, leaving only one gummy bear named Christopher sitting on your shoulder. What are you guys doing now? You guys have deliberated a bunch.
I think we're gonna go for a drive and scout it out. We're gonna probably do like a drive by. Maybe not get too close, maybe close enough that something like Pharisee or Pixel could take a quick peek over the fence or something. We want to go see what just is going on, and then maybe approach the place, I think, evening time, and announce ourselves and try and get in.
Okay, let's just see, give me a second. This day is overcast and slightly windy. You leave the Ironpine Residence. How are you going to travel to the manor?
Let's do a really shitty carriage to start. We'll pull out the big one when we go for the evening. Okay. Let's do one of the older carriages. I've got one I can throw at you.
This one?
What map are we in? Can we do? Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, he summons a very sort of low key but still carriage, and it comes along with a ghostly pair of horses and an unseen servant driver. The group of you piles in. There's room, I think, without Buchrabech for everyone to go into the carriage. You see that the zombie kind of gives out a soft moan as it's still shuffling in this kind of slow gait as you've ordered it to dance. It snaps at you a couple times, like it would bite you if you went near it, but it is continuing its the commands that were given it.
I'll wave to it in the morning. Hey, good morning.
You do catch some people kind of down the street, but in like the third floor of a building, kind of gawking at the thing.
Just local slough kind of denizens.
Yep.
People?
Yeah, just local slough denizens wondering what's up with that zombie.
Is it going to be a risk leaving it here? Some like innocent person going to get hurt?
I think it will follow us slowly.
Yes, it may. It does seem to like to hang around. It's got some sort of dance fever, it seems. Maybe a later stage of the blood vein. I'll pretty much not like pay much attention to it.
All right, gallows humor manifest. Okay, we are going to go to Maison Chalmers. Let me just do a quick random encounter. You guys are traveling quickly and in style. There's not a lot of traffic. There are zombies. We'll say 10%. Nope. You see signs of struggle and maybe some distant cries of surprise, or maybe some fighting inside of a house. But you roll on by as one does when they ride in style. and are kind of cloistered from the world behind closed doors and windows. Your magical transport brings you all the way up to the footsteps of this really, really old-looking white stone building. It is higher than it is wide, and there's just sort of like a spooky graveyard of buildings all around it.
That place is haunted as fuck.
All around it in like at least the rest of the block. Like there's almost a full block where there are no buildings, just the remnants of buildings. Curious that the professor mentioned that there's a library annex, because you don't see anything built off of the side of the structure of the building itself. There is a palpable eeriness that comes from the place.
Perhaps it's like the hut and has doors that go to other places.
It is quite the creation. My grandfather was quite proud of its charms.
Perhaps there's something invisible. And Zephyros looks at Thurgus.
What are you looking at me for?
Yeah, what are you looking at us for?
You have the magic eye today, do you not?
Oh yeah, you want me to check a place out? I'm like really good at looking at stuff.
You are seeing invisible things the rest of us can't today.
Yes, a very interesting blessing from the blood bear. It's
Not just from him.
Maybe you can send your bear to go and scout.
Huh?
Yes.
I look at him.
Do I have to?
I'll send Pixel.
Yeah, you should
I'll
go
fly
and
around
take a
invisible.
look.
Okay. It kind of slides and hops off of you. It lands on the ground. It picks itself up, and it starts slowly moving. What's this thing's speed?
15.
Yeah, it starts.
So when we're in the carriage, I don't want us to stop. I want this to be sort of like a roll by. We'll find maybe a place off to the side where we can be inconspicuous and park, but definitely don't want to just be like parked in front of it.
Okay, so you roll on by. You don't see any activity, and all of the windows are closed, and they're looking like the windows are really, really shaded. Like somebody must have all the curtains down.
Ooh.
Very Howard Hughesy, that sort of thing. Very, very much like Howard Hughes would have done. Like everything.
Yeah, there isn't a crack of like clear window exposed. It is all very dark, and it looks kind of closed up.
Oh, not much activity. Perhaps it's unoccupied.
You do not see smoke coming out of the chimneys.
I guess we lost our tracker. Would we have seen like any? It's been kind of rainy. Is there mud around? Do we see like it looks like
Thurgus has survival.
Yeah, Thurgus would have to get out of the carriage, or you'd have to stop the carriage where you want him to search.
Yeah,
You want me to look for some tracks or something?
Perhaps we can later. I don't want us to be seen parked in front if we're trying to do recon.
And you guys kicked, or Thurgus kicked Christopher out, and then Pixel is going to go look?
Yeah, Pixel's going to go look, just poke around a little bit, maybe listen at the tops of chimneys.
Okay. Yeah, Pixel definitely goes and pokes into like little windows and has a look, and then like looks into chimneys and stuff, and you notice that Christopher looks back at you. There's like an iron gate, and then there's a space beyond the iron gate before that there's a door. Like there's like an entry hall that is barred basically by a locked iron gate, but Christopher just kind of sucks in between two of the bars and kind of disappears into the darkness. You guys wait kind of near this fallen wall that's disguising the view of your carriage just a little bit. 10 minutes goes by, and you can see Christopher kind of walking down the road. It's going to take him a while to get to you. And then Pixel kind of zooms by him, but not really like indicating that she saw him. Pixel arrives back first.
What do you think?
Give me a. Well, actually, I could do it for you.
Are there
Perception.
people inside? Are they talking? Any other entrances did you see?
What?
Yeah. Nope.
All the windows are like someone painted them. I couldn't see into any of the windows.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that how the Gobbler house looked too? Or some house that we saw.
Yeah.
Extra dimensional.
Yeah, it's kind of like if I want to close my mouth.
And Mockarnum closes his mouth and makes his mouth disappear. And then his mouth opens up at a different spot.
Yeah, it's kind of like I can make my mouth disappear. You guys can't. Your mouth's always there. It's always kind of like cracked and oozing a little bit.
The inside seems to be some sort of boundary.
No, I think it's just paint.
Oh, it could be that too.
Uh,
Did you hear anything through the chimneys?
I didn't hear anything. There's no smoke coming out of them, but I didn't go down because I didn't know if you wanted me to.
Oh, no, that makes sense. Good.
You can still see Christopher trying to catch up to the carriage.
I think we'll start pulling away because none of us can see him. So
Wait, stop the carriage. Just for like a second.
Oh, God, hold on.
Poor little car is like so slow.
Thurgus opens the door and like mimes scooping something up and then closes the door.
We're very inconspicuous. No one saw a thing.
We're all
little
sitting
buddy,
there
what you
for
see?
nothing.
All right.
The door is locked.
It's locked.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had a cat bowl by the door. They haven't put kibble in there in a long time.
Oh, they haven't put kibble there in a long time. Sorry, different voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So they got a cat. Got it.
Oh,
Okay.
no, it looks really old. Like
It
no one's
looks
been there.
really old. Like no one's been there in a long time.
He's got your same skill ranks as you, right?
Yeah.
Give me a survival check for.
To try and track a cat.
No, just for what tracks he saw.
Oh, that's the wrong thing. 26.
Oh, lots of tracks.
Oh, look, up to the house and coming back.
Yep. Strange ones. Strange man tracks.
Strange man tracks. And I'll describe the boot that we saw in
Nope.
the...
No boots. These are wrapped feet. Big, strange.
Big, wrapped, strange feet. And I'm like talking to myself.
Yep. They also might have been carrying something. Maybe put a box down.
Might have been carrying something.
Oh.
Maybe put a box down. Okay.
Also some smaller feet.
And some smaller feet. Got it. So I just want it known to everybody.
Also a
in this
fairy.
carriage. A what?
A fairy.
Oh, you mean that one?
And then also really big work boots. Like this big. And he's describing work boots that are kind of like bigger than Thurgus's, smaller than Zephyros' feet, because elephant feet are.
Were they roughly the same size as the boot prints that we found in the smithy in the pool of blood? I remember there was like a pair of boots. or
No,
something
these
like
are big. He's talking like
okay.
like somebody's ginormous work boots.
Got it. Right. Well, if we find those exact things in
And a
that
fairy!
house,
And a fairy.
and a fairy,
Something
and a fairy.
the size of the wood lady over there. Oh,
Wait, different from that one?
maybe.
So there's another fairy in that house.
Maybe.
Okay, for everybody else in this
That was the
carriage,
part he's like, spawn a couple of more like potato eyes to sort of look at you as all eyes are on Thurgus.
I just want it to be said that if we don't find those things in the house, I'm completely mental. But if we do find those things in the house, well, I might not be. It could be a very, very crazy coincidence. But I would just like some benefit of the doubt, maybe.
Oh, you're a really good tracker to get all that from way over here.
Yes. It seems.
Yep, you know what? Yes. I think the blood bear told me.
Oh, half and half. Oh.
Anyways, what's the plan? He tries to change the conversation.
Well, it seems like for the moment the house is deserted, but it gets a great deal of traffic. Considering the peculiar nature of the nighttime rooms of the house, my guess is that this traffic only comes and goes in the evening. Perhaps now is the time to explore and be ready for what happens at night.
Would Christopher know how old the tracks were?
26 was his roll.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ask him?
And I just try and like act like really quiet. Like, how old were those tracks?
Which ones? There's a whole parade of people going in and out of there.
Yeah, I mean, just any of them. Like, how old were they?
Oh, the ones that have been coming to and fro with the wrap feet, and the big feet, and the fey feet. They only went there once. I don't think they went in. I think they stood there. And that's
So
it.
they went up to the house and then they stood there and then like they left,
Oh, yeah.
or they just like disappeared. Is the tracks going back?
Oh, yeah.
So they're not there anymore. So I might still be crazy.
Oh,
Got it. Great. Yeah. Okay. Maybe there's still a box.
Oh, yes, as I recall, the vampires, weren't they sent here? Oh, but, yes, that's different.
Certainly possible.
The vampires, I believe, knew that, the Archminoses were here in some capacity, maybe not where. Well, it seems a bit quiet now. We can either come back at night and attempt our original plan, or perhaps improvise from this point forward. Any takers?
Well, not sure about improvising, but Thurgus might know a thing or two.
Yes, tracking.
Do you remember how I opened doors?
Yes, that will likely be helpful if we can't get in.
Okay, if that's how you want to do things, I'm not saying no.
Do I know of like how easy would there be probably a lock on my bedroom window, or do I know there's only one entrance on the first floor? But do I know any other ways I could get at with like some flying, perhaps?
Would a dimension door get us in there?
It could if we could see in. If all the windows are painted, that may be tricky.
Dimension door, you can definitely say, I want to go 100 feet over that way and just appear. There's a chance you appear in furniture, but you could probably take a guess as to where there's not furniture based off of that map.
Yes, we could go in, perhaps near the front door. See, do I know how the front door? Is it like a key on the inside to unlock it? Do I remember?
There's going to be a key on the gate. If things have stayed the same, there's a key on the front gate, and then there's a key on the front door, and then there's even a lever that would make the gate stuck even if you unlocked it.
If I was to like dimension door into the house, could I like turn around and just like turn the bolt to open the front door?
No, the front door, it's one of those keyholes that actually you need from both sides.
Yeah.
That you can access from both sides. You'd definitely be able to pull the lever, though, basically allowing you to move the gate if you undid the lock there.
Well, we could get the gate open with the lever, but I'm afraid we'd need a key to unlock the door otherwise.
How many times can you do that teleport thing?
The dimension door, I can do it once. Maybe twice. I could perhaps do it twice. Let me just make sure it's... Yeah.
8th level, 1 every 3, so you could take 2 medium creatures or 1 large creature with a dimension door. So you're basically going in, out, and back in to get, I think, the whole party.
I only have one dimension door prepared.
Yeah.
But Zephyros is looking at his ring that he can use to cast anything extra once a day. So he could probably cast dimension door twice.
So some. Pixel can probably fly down a chimney.
Yep.
I might be able to squeeze down a chimney.
Maybe. It'll be tight.
What about if we opened a window from the inside?
Do you still have that spell that fixes things? Like make whole or something?
I do. What are you thinking?
What if we just go in the front door my way and we fix it on the way out?
A reasonable idea.
A classic plan.
Well, I have mending prepared.
Oh, that takes like a long time.
But that takes a long time. But I could use my magic ring and cast a spell that I don't have prepared and use it to cast Make Whole.
Yes, that seems like a reasonable plan.
Yeah.
Right, so we hop this fence and then bust down that door and we fix it on the way out.
Right.
Can anyone just pick the lock?
So,
I can't.
we used to have someone who could do that.
Oh, I miss Ludo. Ludo would have just picked the lock by now. Oh.
Cursed Ludo!
Oh.
We've got like 3 wizards here and no one can like lock.
No, but I can burn down the house. That must count for something.
It does. You know what? You're always better.
Your familiars, your various familiars are bonded to you. They don't count as people for the purposes of teleportation spells. Unfortunately, Macronom is just a creature, so he will count as one person. How many dimension doors do you have amongst all of you?
I could dimension hop, which, since I can't see where I'm going, but I've got memories, it's a decent chance I could just get me in the hand through.
And can you take people with you with the dimension hop?
It's pretty limited. It's a low level spell. I think I can take something small. Let me see. And I think Zephyros had 1 dimension door prepared.
Yeah, and I have a magic ring that I can use to cast one item, one prepared spell.
Or a cohort up to tiny size. Okay, so this is just you.
Yeah, it's pretty limited.
Well, if you just get yourself inside, let's do the math. And Zephyros casts a dimension door. That's the party is now inside minus Macronom.
That's not bad.
Macronom can stay outside. I don't think Macronom's going to mind.
He seems generally he trusts you guys. He's amenable to staying outside.
Perhaps you could turn into some sort of ancient vessel on the front porch and keep an eye out for us.
There is another option. You hear a voice in your head, Professor. It sounds very annoyed as Sinclair is talking to you.
I will start to glaze over and maybe like mutter softly under my breath.
I'm not the only crazy one.
I was thinking that exactly same thing.
You know who has a key.
Oh, a key. Who has a key? Surely you can't mean her.
Your wife?
Oh, you know